Hey, today I'm going to be reviewing the user experience of Exodus Wallet. Exodus Wallet is a multi-chain cryptocurrency wallet. It can hold over 100 crypto assets, and it's considered a non-custodial wallet, meaning that the user is responsible for managing their private keys, and if they lose them, they lose their funds. So this is a typical cryptocurrency wallet, and I'm going to again be showing the user experience of it, going through the good parts and the bad parts and pointing out how I think the user interface can be improved. Exodus is unique. It has the most minimal and most beautiful user interface in my opinion. It was designed really well, but there are things that I think that can be improved within it. It's also unique compared to other crypto wallets because it has more trading style UI. So it's showing real-time price movement of the crypto assets within the wallet as opposed to just token balances. So it's a really interesting one to add to the mix. Exodus is one of 6 crypto wallets that I looked at when I was reviewing the crypto wallet ecosystem, and I'm happy I included it. Let's start with what the user sees when they first open the app. So secure and easy to use crypto wallet. You can get started, or I already have a wallet, and I'm gonna review this recovery process later on with you, but we're gonna first click get started, and it's gonna go through some screens just telling you the overall functionality of the wallet. So you can receive crypto, you can send it, and you can exchange or swap it with an inbuilt swap or exchange feature, which is pretty cool. And we'll review all of these later on, but this is a good intro, and it's what the user would expect from a cryptocurrency wallet. I can hold some funds in here, I can send them to friends and family, and yep, control my wealth all in one place. Now, we're done here with onboarding to Exodus, and this whole process took 10 seconds for me, which is absolutely incredible. When you compare this to a Web 2 service like onboarding to Instagram, you're going to have to give your email, you're going to have to set a username and password, potentially give other information like your phone name and date of birth, but this didn't ask for any information, and it's kind of concerning to me because usually for these Web3 crypto wallets, in this initial sign-up period, they have you manually back up your seed phrase that will allow you to regain access to your wallet should it be deleted. Now, Exodus doesn't do this, and on the one hand, I can see why they did this. It completely reduces user friction during onboarding, and it's like this quick 10-second painless process. But on the other hand, there's a danger in this because the user can start receiving crypto and amass quite a bit of funds in their wallet without having backed it up yet. So if the app gets deleted or if the phone gets stolen or something like that, then they're going to totally lose access to their crypto because they will be unable to recover it on another device. So personally, I think that Exodus should have the user go through the recovery backup process immediately, or after they get onboarded, show a message like a big warning message at the top, like an amber exclamation point or something, like a roadside warning sign. They should put that at the top saying you haven't backed up your recovery phrase yet, please do so. But here I show you that you can go into settings and security, and then you can manually go to backup here, and here are the 12 seed phrases that the user needs to back up. Now, as I just said, the Exodus wallet, I believe, is the most minimal and beautiful user interface out of all of the other crypto wallets that I looked at. It just has a very simple and clean design, and I like the darker aesthetic of it. And so on this home profile screen right here, you can see this ring up at the top. It's colored blue because I'm only holding ADA right now. I'm holding about $192 worth of ADA. If I was holding other tokens, like if I was holding some Bitcoin, then that proportion would be marked in probably like an orange or a yellow on this ring. So this ring shows you the proportion of the different crypto tokens that you hold. Here's your total portfolio balance. This Exodus has a unique user interface compared to other wallets. not just in terms of beauty and good design, but also it's more of like for traders and people concerned about prices and like selling and buying at correct times. So if I click into one of these crypto assets, then it's going to show me the real-time price movement of that asset. And I didn't find that on other crypto wallets. On other crypto wallets, it just shows you the amount of that token that you hold. It doesn't actually show the token's price history. Now, moving further into this, again, it seems like it's more focused on like crypto gains, and like how are you going to trade your way to a bigger portfolio? Because when I click on that central portfolio button here at the top, it brings me into a summary of my portfolio. You can see I'm holding 100% ADA, but it's also showing how my portfolio has changed over time. A lot of other crypto wallets don't track the price change over time. They just show you your current total balance, right? And again, so it's showing me how much I've gained in the past 24 hours. And it just really is reminiscent of like an exchange or some trading platform, more so than like a static wallet. Now, Exodus has something called portfolios. Right now, we have only one portfolio with $192 in it, and it's signified with this icon here at the top. If I click that icon, I can see that, yep, this is my main portfolio, and I can add other portfolios. Now, all of these portfolios are managed by the same private key or recovery phrase, however you want to think of that, but they are different addresses on the various blockchains. And so you can sort of organize your funds and send money back and forth between the portfolios in this way, but everything is managed under one private key. So I wonder if amateur users are going to understand that nuance. Possibly not. Maybe this is for more advanced users, and I believe it is. As I already said before, they don't even tell you to manually back up your recovery phrase during sign up, so this is probably for more advanced users anyways. Now, the interesting thing about these Web3 wallets is there's not really this account feel. Like in Web2, there are like Instagram profiles where you can see your profile picture at the top, and then you can log out and sign into other accounts. This is not the case. In this case here, there's no sign out or log out. There's only delete wallet here at the bottom. And delete wallet, this will remove your wallet and all transaction history. So it's this big warning message. It's kind of like a scary message to say delete wallet. And this is good because once it's deleted, then the user is going to have to go through the recovery process with their seed phrase. One good thing to know, and something that I liked, is that if the user backs out of this and goes just to their regular iOS screen and finds the Exodus app and deletes that app, then if they reinstall it, the seed phrase is still somehow maintained on this device, and they can regain access to their funds not by going through recovery, but just by giving the app security like a Face ID or PIN. So I like this because on some of the other crypto wallets that I looked at, if you delete the app, then the recovery phrase is deleted off of the device and you have to go through the formal recovery process. And I just think that some people might accidentally make that mistake. They're cleaning their home screen, they're deleting different apps, and they might not realize that they really need to have all of their private keys fully backed up before they delete that crypto wallet off of the device. Okay, so let's just say that I deleted the wallet just a minute ago, and when you go back into the Exodus app, it doesn't find any private keys, so it doesn't load any wallets. And I'm gonna click down here at the bottom. I already have a wallet. Now, I appreciate this seed phrase input or user interface compared to other crypto wallet recoveries. I know that I have 12 seed phrases that I need to put in, but it's nice that Exodus blocks them, blocks each phrase. So I can type in jazz, and if I click next, it automatically tabs down to the next one. So it's a better way to input these phrases compared to some other crypto wallets that I looked at. And then it also chunks it, so 1 to 4, 5 to 8, probably, and 9 to 12, something like that. And it's just kind of, it's a more user-friendly way of inputting many different words into this. This is going to be an unfamiliar process for users who are doing it for the first time, and it's just a clean UI and a good user interaction here. So once I have written everything in here, are you sure this action's permanent, blah, 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 continue and restart. So the app restarts, and then it takes a while for it to sync. It is looking for the different, so you put in your private key. That private key manages all the different private keys of the various block or networks on this, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, whatever you have on here. And those private keys then derive public keys, and then the Exodus app is going to search those different blockchain networks for account balances on those public keys. And it's going to say restore successful, and that is all for the recovery. Okay, so what kind of video would this be if I didn't show you the receive and send features on here? These are obviously very common and central to what we would think of as a crypto wallet, so I will go through it quickly here. Now, first you click into an asset, and Exodus really stays true to their minimal, clean user interface. There's no explicit send or receive text, but they are represented by symbols right here. So we can imagine that this one pointing away and up and to the right is a send symbol, and receive down here. So I'm going to click the one on the right for receive, and it's going to say receive Ethereum. Here's a QR code, so the payer can scan that QR code with their crypto wallet app, and it will automatically pipe in my Ethereum address into their transaction, which is always nice. Alternatively, I can click and press this and copy it and, back out, put it in a message, send it to them, or I can share it down here, share it in a message. But I want to point out something that probably wasn't thought out by the team. So like, let's say that, hey, you want somebody to send you $100 worth of ETH, so I send it to my dad. And what this is actually is, it's not text that they can press and copy, but it is an actual image. So they can't copy this text directly. And if my dad's pulling it up on his phone and he has his Exodus wallet on his phone, he's not going to be able to scan the QR code, right? Like you wouldn't be able to, you guys get the picture. So this is just, it's a user flow that Exodus hadn't really thought out. Like if you're going to share, it needs to not be like a JPEG or PNG, whatever file, image file it is, but it needs to be actual text that the user can copy, back out, and then paste it into their Exodus app. So this is just an example of how doing user research like this can point out just really obvious things that wouldn't work in real life. So moving over here to send, again, we click this arrow on the left right here, and then I'm going to enter the amount. And I really like how you can enter the amount in either ETH, denominated in ETH, or USD. To be honest, I think a lot of crypto natives brag about how they're already thinking about things in terms of ETH. Personally, I can't do that, and I guess I wouldn't consider myself a crypto native. But yeah, I like that you can change between these. Not all crypto wallets have this. Some crypto wallets force you to like manually write in how much crypto you want to send, and then it calculates an estimated USD value below that. So I like that you can input the USD value directly in here. Say I want to send $100 to my dad. Now down here at the bottom, you paste in the address that you want to send it to, and you get a confirm screen right here. So I'm sending this much ETH. Here's the network fee that I have. I'm sending it to this address. And I really like this slide to transfer UI. Again, Exodus is killing it with the UI. No other crypto wallet has something like this. It's a big deal. This is $261, and I wouldn't want to accidentally send that by accidentally pressing a button, a large button down here on the screen. So this slide to transfer adds a little more friction, intentional friction, so that the user has to, be sure that they're inputting, they don't accidentally press something on this screen. Okay. So now let's talk about the swap or exchange feature, which is central in this app. It is located on this middle button down here. So I click that, and this is exchange. So I'm going from ETH into ADA, and you can obviously change these tokens here. And I can select how much of my ETH I want to convert into ADA. And so I want to talk about this min, half, and all. So min stands for minimum, obviously. And you wonder why there's a minimum in the first place. There's not a minimum on other dApps, other decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, SushiSwap, etc. So why would there have to be a minimum on here? I don't really like that, and I'm not exactly sure why. When I look at this interface, I can't really even see where my crypto is being routed through. So I think that Exodus has some work to do in terms of being more transparent about the back-end services. Now, I did a little digging here, and what I found is that they have partnered with third-party exchange API providers. And so they are, in fact, decentralized exchanges, but there are these API providers in the background that are facilitating these exchanges. And they are the ones that impose the minimum on the user. So the minimum can change. The exchange limits are set according to several factors such as liquidity of the pair of assets, their profitability, and also market conditions. So it's pretty vague. And again, if I go over here, we can confirm that these API providers are decentralized. Let's see. Connect to our third-party exchange API providers. Yeah, Exodus offers more like a connection to a decentralized exchange. Anyway, many other crypto wallets have this swap functionality within it, but they had more transparency. Like they would tell you if they were using Uniswap or Balancer or something like that. And this API provider thing, it just doesn't really give me like a clear understanding of where my crypto is being routed. And I also don't like that I'm being limited. It seems that these API providers are sort of like this inefficient middleman to this swap process, and I just don't really think I'm getting the best deal out there. For example, on MetaMask looks for the best exchange rate across like 10 different DEXs, and then it automatically will route your crypto through that DEX in order to get you the best rate. I don't think that's happening here. I think there are these proprietary services in the background, and I have no idea how competitive their exchange rates are compared to others. Now, having said all of that, the actual fee that I'm being charged is very clear on this UI. It says exchanging $185 worth of ETH and receiving $174 worth of ADA. I take that to mean that this is costing me about $10 to exchange ETH for ADA, and I like that. It doesn't really bother me with an exchange rate or a percentage fee of what's being taken out of the initial capital. This is a clear user interface that shows the user how much they're being charged. So it's swapping here. Again, really cool animations. And then receiving Cardano in 30 minutes or less, your ADA will arrive. Now, again, this is a pain point, and I think this has to do with the fact that they're using these API provider middlemen. Normal DEXs are instant. You instantly have access to ADA, but in this case, I have to wait for the ADA to land up to 30 minutes. Now, in all fairness, I'm pretty sure the ADA landed in like less than 30 seconds. But again, if it's taking 30 minutes for these decentralized exchange API providers to get you your crypto, it just doesn't seem like the most efficient process. The next thing I want to show you is pretty cool. It's how you can earn yield on the tokens in your Exodus wallet directly in the app. And what Exodus allows you to do is go into a proof of stake network token like Cardano or ADA, and it allows you to stake it directly through the app, and this is how I can earn yield on it here. So that's cool. It will earn you interest. It's saying that I'm going to earn around 5% interest I'm sure, a management screen that will show me how much. See, look, it says right here, earnings. It shows me how much that I've accumulated over time. And it takes a while to earn rewards from ADA. Like, I think it takes, from the time that you stake it, the first interest payment is made after 30 days. So it takes a while to accumulate, or for at least for it to get started. But yeah, like this earn feature is cool that you can stake tokens in here. But to be honest, the earn feature is very limited compared to other crypto wallets. You only have access to staking a certain amount of tokens. Exodus doesn't give the user access to popular DeFi lending protocols like Compound and Aave. And I think this is a big miss for them. And not only that, not only are Compound and Aave not directly built in natively like some other apps offer, but Exodus is sort of a closed off app to begin with. It doesn't have a D-app browser, which I'm going to show you on Coinbase and MetaMask later on. It doesn't have something called WalletConnect, which is a protocol that allows you to connect your Exodus mobile wallet to like a desktop D-app that you access there. So you're sort of closed off from the D-app and DeFi ecosystem, and your earning capabilities are severely limited with just staking. In all fairness though, Exodus offers a unique multi-device experience where you can download an Exodus desktop app and then pair your mobile app and desktop app, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And on the Exodus desktop app, you do have access to Compound. It is an inbuilt feature within the Exodus desktop app. So you can, in theory, if you have an Exodus mobile device, access Compound by pairing it with your desktop app and then using the Compound app within that. I know that's a lot of apps and that might be confusing. I'll show you here in a second. But still, again, I want to reiterate that that Compound is the only inbuilt app that you have access to. You don't have access to other lending protocols, and so you are stuck inside of the Exodus ecosystem, and you are beholden on the Exodus developers to develop in-app earning protocols for you, which I just don't believe in. I think that a lot of other crypto natives don't believe in that. They believe in more of an open source composable ecosystem. Now, having said all that, let me show you what this multi-device experience looks like. So now we are on my desktop, and I've just downloaded the Exodus desktop app, and I go up here to settings, go up to apps, sync devices, enable webcam, and now my webcam is enabled. As you can imagine, then I go to my mobile, and I go into settings, sync devices, click computer, and now I have a QR code, which I believe represents it's going to like encode my private key. So yep, I have that QR code here, and then I hold it up to my webcam, going back to this Exodus app right here, and it basically syncs it. It's like restoring, it's like an automatic recovery from mobile to desktop. And now you can see that my funds, I can have access to them on my desktop computer. So this is a pretty cool multi-device experience going between mobile and desktop. All right, amazing. That was my user experience review of Exodus Wallet. As I've already told you before, I believe that it has the best user interface out of all other crypto wallets that I looked at. And the other crypto apps, they're not bad. They're not too shabby at all. But Exodus has like a sort of minimalism to it. It's got this dark aesthetic, which appeals to me. And it's interesting. It has this more of like a trading user interface. So you can go in and look at all of the tokens, and you can see their price history, which other apps don't show you. And then it shows you your portfolio balance over time. So you can see if you're gaining money, if you're losing money. It shows you percent change, dollar changes based on different time periods. So like Exodus, it feels to me like it's an app that is encouraging like short-term or long-term trading in and out of different assets and trying to build your portfolio. Rather, other crypto wallets are more like static storage devices and just basic wallet functionality like send and receive. I did show you that Exodus has some in-app earning potential. You can earn yield on your tokens by staking them natively, and this is a nice feature. But overall, Exodus is closed off from the DeFi ecosystem and from the greater Dapp ecosystem. There's no Dapp browser within the Exodus mobile app, which Coinbase and MetaMask have, and I'll show you in other videos in depth what this feature looks like. It's very cool. And then also, most all other wallets have something called WalletConnect. And this is an open source protocol that allows you to connect your mobile wallet to your desktop. So I can go onto Uniswap on my desktop, and I can then inject my mobile, I should be able to inject my mobile Exodus wallet into that Uniswap session on my desktop. However, I cannot do this. On all other of the 5 crypto wallets that I looked at, you can do this, and Exodus is seriously missing out on the overall composability of DeFi and of blockchain apps in general, right? You'd want to be able to use your Exodus assets across the entire ecosystem, and Exodus just does not allow you to do that. They are too closed off of an ecosystem. So that is my main pain point for Exodus, but overall it is a very user-friendly and nice app to work with.